Hi everyone, it's Julie from Sprouts and Stems here. We're in my bedroom today because this video is going to be me putting up a new setup for my plants. I think it's going to come out really cool. Part of the reason, well, two reasons why I'm doing this. One, I've just always wanted, one, that I have a new roommate. I was going to debut her in a second, but she already debuted herself. So the main reason I'm doing this is because I want to get some of my plants up off the floor. It's going to be tension rod. You can see it. I already set one up, tension rod, then another one I'll set up over there, and then a rod. I want to get my plants up off the floor to keep them away from her. And also I've just always wanted like a tension rod window hangy plant thing. That's just something I've seen online a lot and always thought was cool. So we're going to be doing that today. So before we get into that, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new content, and check out my Patreon in the description for exclusive benefits and another way to support my channel if you'd like to do that. Okay, now let's get into the video and I'll show you my new little cat really quick. Come here. Yes, come here. Come here. Okay, there she is. This is Giselle. She's a little over 1 year old. I got her at the shelter this weekend. And she is super sweet and a curious little troublemaker, as many cats are. Hi. Hi. She's so sweet. She likes to give kisses. And she currently has the zoomies, so I'm going to put her back down. All right, so I have these, this like tension rod system from my old apartment. Actually, if some of you guys have been here for a little while, you may have known that my previous apartment was a studio, so I had like tension rods and curtains to section off my bed. So in this apartment, I didn't need that because I have a nice cute little one bedroom, and I just had these tension rods lying around. I'm not going to get rid of them because they're perfectly good. So I've kind of been like waiting to come up with a use for them. So I'll link to them in the description if anyone is interested. But sorry, I have a cat hair in my mouth. You can do it yourself. It is a little bit tricky. I believe the description on Amazon says that these can hold up to 20 pounds. Don't quote me on that though. Check for yourself. I haven't tested it with like a lot of weight, but I think for a few plants it'll be just fine. I won't do like a full tension rod tutorial because that's a minute detail in this video and it's not the most exciting, but I'm going to get this second one set up over there. Okay, it's the next day. I'm back. I worked on that one last night. It was a little bit tricky. That one, knock on wood, definitely seems strong and sturdy. That one seems iffy. So because I'm a little nervous about that one, I was going to do my philodendron micans and also my neon pothos, but I'm just going to start with my philodendron micans because that's the one that has the long vines that I really need to be careful about. But I definitely do plan to add like more smaller plants. I have some plants on my balcony that obviously when it gets to be wintertime and too cold, they'll have to come outside. So I just wanted to create more space to have things off the ground. So this plant will probably be like the biggest plant that I would hang on this. Sorry, I keep itching my face. I have to get used to having cat hair all over my face again. Okay, so let me get this guy. And again, sorry, I'm not sure if I mentioned this yesterday, but the Amazon description says the weight is roughly, or it can hold roughly 20 pounds. Don't quote me on that. Test it carefully for yourself if you need to. but that is what the description says. And this, which is lightly damp, I would say, is a little less than 3 pounds. I have like no concept of how much objects weigh. Like, I'm holding this and I thought it would be like 10 pounds. And then I have like a little food scale. So I put it on that and it's like less than 3 pounds. I don't know. Cool. All right, let's hang it. I'm going to hang it towards this end because I think this is the stronger pole. All right, so that is that. And what I'm going to do is kind of put the vines like up and over the rod so they're not hanging down. Okay, I'm really happy with that. I think that looks pretty cool, and I think it is high enough that somebody won't be interested in trying to jump and get at it. I keep looking over there because she's resting on the couch and I can see her giving me the side eye as she rests. So yeah, I'm going to just leave it up there for watering. It already, as I mentioned, is slightly damp, so it shouldn't really get too much heavier when I go to water it than it is right now. So I'm confident, knock on wood, that it will be okay. And the second part of my new setup is tackling Mr. Monstera over there, my other big dangly down plant that needs to be up and out of her way. So what I'm going to do for that one is I'm going to use these like plant wall hooks in the corner over there up the wall. So I think that'll be really cool. I have not tested these out yet, okay? Here they are. I'll link to these also in the description. I have not tested these out yet. They're supposed to be apartment safe. I'm not too concerned because I know if it takes the paint off when I move out of here eventually, I'll just spackle over it and that'll be sufficient enough. Just want to make sure you know, I can't say for 100% that they're not going to take the paint off your wall. I'm just going to go in and do it. And yeah, I think it's going to be super cool. I've started, you can't see them, but I just made a few little tiny dots on the wall with pencil, just so I had my first few places that I know I'm gonna go. I'm going in. Let's do it. Ready? Ready? There's no going back. I've also gone in, and I'll probably do a few more, but just snipped a few of the leaves off that were like sticking a little too far out that I thought maybe Giselle would still try to jump up and grab. Not doing too much, but just a few straggler leaves here and there. My main priority is just getting them up off the ground, and then I may do some rearranging later on the hooks, but we'll see. Now we do have a little bit of an empty spot, but there are actually a few vines in here that are around this area, so they'll start to grow eventually. For now, it might just be like a little bit of an empty spot, but we'll see. They're all up off of the ground. So I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging off camera, get it all pretty, and then as usual, I will come back and give you a final shot of the whole thing. Okay, I decided we are gonna see how that goes with 2 plants up there, because like I really just had the vision, and with something not in that corner, it was just all like, you know, it was too over there, nothing over there. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. Maybe it'll come crashing down, maybe it won't. But this is the final look. It's really, I don't think the camera does it justice. It's really like jungly and peaceful in person, especially like lying on, that's my little heating bag that I like to have in my bed, and then like at night with the twinkly lights, and yeah, it's a really peaceful vibe in here. So I'm happy with how this turned out. So there you go. And then there's neon pothos. Let me just come over here. And there's that. So it looks a little weird right now just because the leaves and vines have to get used to kind of like growing up and against something, but they'll settle in. And then I also just put that bin with, this is my weighted blanket, and then that neck pillow underneath just to kind of stabilize this a little more. So little kitty cat can't go underneath that and try to jump up and get the leaves like she did do a few times. It's been a day, so I filmed that last part of this yesterday, so far so good. And I think my next video, or soon at least, I'm going to do a video with cat proofing tips, because I grew up with 2 cats and now I have this crazy little cat, and I think I have some good ideas to share. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.